camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know. Hello. Shut the fuck up when I'm talking, you stupid anime bitch. Hello, Drew. Money kinesis. I have money kinesis and I can steal it all. Like, oh yeah. Alive and well in Israel. Fuck you, Phil. You lose. Try again from the beginning. Stop it! Stop! Stop this! Oh my God. Excuse me. Hopefully that helped.
What is up, party people? I realize my window's not open. Uh-oh, there's my stream. What is up? Zombie Dink Memer, thank you for coming by. As always, folks, I appreciate you being here. I'm really excited. We have some really fun salt today, boys and girls. My God, we got some funny shit to talk about. So we will start, but first, let me drop an invitation to you all. It is open mic night, so you are more than welcome if you would like to hang out and chill as we watch some hilarious stuff go by. You are more than welcome to come on voice chat in my Discord and hang out. So I just wanted to offer that as an option for those of you who are interested. You are more than welcome. You do not have to either. It's totally up to you. But, yeah, just wanted to let you know, tonight is one of those nights that if you would like to hang out on stream with me, you are more than welcome to. So, let's take a look here. So, we got some really funny stuff to go over. Dink Memer can't stay long because it's late over here. Hey, man, no worries. I appreciate you just coming by, honestly. Yeah, certainly not an issue. I just appreciate you being here, man. Thank you. Yeah. I definitely don't ever, require anything for you to show up, so appreciate it. Is mayonnaise a lolcow? After tonight, I think it's safe to say it may be. So, you might be asking, Rice, what are we doing looking at Twitter? And I ask myself that a lot, personally. But I triggered Under the Mayo, and to be fair, I didn't think anything was coming from this, to be completely honest. But me, Near, and Psychonautic Therapy, shout out to those lovely boys. I had a lot of fun just kind of dunking on Mayo for the last hour, honestly. Dude, we kind of fucking slam dunked him. And I'll give some context here shortly. I'm just kind of letting everybody roll in. TPG, thank you for coming by. Bellatelli, I really appreciate you coming by, man. Thank you. TPG, what's up? Leo Carroll, thank you so much, man. I unfortunately cannot pay you to be here, but I tell you what, if I was DSP, you could pay me to be here. But I'm not DSP, so no payment necessary. Also, yeah, Mayo is 100% a lolcow. I would say so. He's a really, really, like... it's hard to take him seriously because of how self-righteous he is. I know, Zombie. Well, okay, Zombie, your check is coming in the mail, boo. Like, just chill, baby. It's all good. Oh, yeah. No, so tonight, we have a couple things I wanted to go over. And you might be asking, Rice, what are we doing on a live stream on a weeknight? You don't do that. You're correct. I don't do that. But we have this Twitter thing to go over, which I think is really funny. So we're going to go over my Twitter thing. We're going to go over the Resident Evil 5 IGN article, which, boy, oh boy, this one's going to get nuked. And then, not Tipster. That was more for reference earlier. Mayo's very similar to DSP. Yeah, we actually do have a little bit of DSP to go over as well. So we got a pretty packed night tonight, folks. So we're going to start. Once again, by the way, if you would like at any point to join Open Mic, you are more than welcome. Basically going to be talking, so I do apologize. I do have final say on you being muted or not. But as long as you're not TPG talking about Last of Us, you're probably not going to get muted. So there is that. Love you, boo. All right, so let's start off. So I've been playing Ultra Kill, and Ultra Kill is so good. I am honestly kicking myself for not buying it earlier. Now, I've played the demo. I played hours of the demo, actually, and I liked it a lot. I'm super cheap, though, with buying my games, and I just didn't want to pull the plug on it. It is 1 a.m., so can you compress the stream into like 20 minutes? That would be great. I will do my absolute best. Yeah, I'm going to go over the Twitter thing quick. Then we'll go over... Basically, if you want the really quick version, me, Nier, and Psychonautic Therapy dunked on Under the Mayo for his really bad Ultra Kill take. IGN wrote an article saying Resident Evil 5 shouldn't be remade because it's racist. And DSP basically, even though he's a professional style streamer, guys, pretty much goes off on a 20-minute long rant about why you should not expect him to be professional when his wife is around. That's the Cliff Notes version of what we're going to go over. So first things first, I've been playing Ultra Kill. I think it's really, really good. I think it's on par with Doom Eternal, which is huge because Doom Eternal is my second favorite game of all time. And for me to even come close to calling a game as good as Doom Eternal is a very big bar for me. So, needless to say, I really like it. Rex, what is up? Thank you for coming by. DSP playing Tekken 8 is golden. It really is. There was a really interesting video I saw the other day of somebody breaking down why he's wrong on Tekken 8, and it's really, really good. We might even take a look at that, honestly. But basically, I'll send you some of my gameplay to show off on Discord. Sure thing, man. Yeah, if you're talking Ultra Kill, for sure. But basically, what we're going to do... So, yeah, I've been playing Ultra Kill. I think it's really, really good. And so I dropped a tweet, and I said, Nier was so based about Ultra Kill, it's not even funny. After having got it recently, Under the Mayo is so fucking wrong about his takes on it. I already agreed with Nier on the points he made from a wording basis, but having played it myself, dear God, it's amazing. So, that is what I put out about Ultra Kill. As a Tekken player, it hurts me to see how he refuses to learn. It's extremely, extremely disheartening. Because he's not willing to put in the time for anything. As soon as something gets to be too much for him or too tumultuous, he just backs down. So I totally get that. Especially when it's a game you like. That's when it's a little bit harder to swallow. So I dropped that tweet. I didn't think anything of it. I tweet a lot of random shit, to be honest. So I don't even have over 150 people following me. So it's not like something I thought was going to... Yeah, it literally was a 3-way dunking. So I wasn't thinking anything of it. And Under the Mayo goes, yawn, another person doesn't get it. Ultra Kill's a great game, I agree. It's just that Act 1's balance and pacing are a mess, and too easily rewards brain-dead play. Sorry, that's just a fact. Act 2 and Cybergrind are great. Act 1 needs a rework. So, my immediate thought is, how can you call a game great? Yeah, exactly. Three-way, you say, huh? So, how can you call a game great if 1/3 of the game needs completely reworked? So I say to him, and to be honest, I was totally shocked he even replied. I was thinking nothing of this. So I say to him, if 1/3 of the game is massively flawed, how can it achieve greatness? I know you have your opinion, but if your opinion is based off of information that is false, your opinion does end up being objectively wrong. Act 1 encourages optimal gameplay and replaying. How is that a mess? He says it's not. False. Excuse me, sorry. I got some of that post-nasal drip, guys. He goes, it's not false. Act 1 is a poor-paced mess that's largely passed on the current difficulty by mindless backdashing and spamming the starting pistol. Mind you, by the way, the game does not require you to spam the pistol. He just does that. It doesn't encourage optimal gameplay, and it only encourages better gameplay in a random difficult spike and then Act 2. Yes, we are talking about Mayo. I triggered Mayo hardcore. So then I says dashing is part of the gameplay, and the starting pistol one is one option. What you're saying doesn't prove that Act 1 is paced poorly, it only proves that you don't like it. Also, the bosses require experimentation, which is absolutely true. They do have optimal ways to learn them. So I say to learn optimal methods long before V2, which is the basically what he calls the difficulty spike, which is super false, by the way. If you play the game on a high difficulty, there is definitely a spike way before that, which if you do is easily beat. He says it's not that I don't like it. I think Act 1 is okay, but it's poorly paced. Well, that's automatically different than what he said earlier, where he says it's a mess and it's mindless. So you don't think Under the Mayo refers to the sauce? I think it is referring to the Irish county. That would be interesting. So I wonder if there is something to that. I know Mayo for a fact. I don't think, to be completely transparent, as the ESP would say, I don't think Mayo is smart enough to make a reference like that. But I really do like the idea that there is something more to it. So points for creativity for you, sir. But unfortunately, I don't think Mayo is smart enough for that. So he says, but it's poorly paced. It's fun on replay when you force yourself to play well. He says it's too easy, but then you have to force yourself to play well. That doesn't make a lot of sense. But if you go in knowing nothing and just play stupid, the game doesn't punish you for it. Still easy to win. That's crap design. The game is overkill, correct? It is ultra kill. Ultra kill is going to be that. And then Psycho says, just because you say this doesn't make it true. I went in as a first-time player, and I wanted nothing more than to try out new weapon combos from moment one. It was antithetical to your argument about Acts 1, and then I heard from the first time, I was legit confused. He says, you made my point for me. You went in looking for that. You went in trying to find it. I went in not knowing what's supposed to be fun about it, and the game failed to show me. That's a failure on the game's part. Now, basically what he's saying is that when you go in to play Ultra Kill, the game has a bunch of different weapons that you unlock as you play through, and you're incentivized, not according to Mayo, but you are incentivized to use those weapons. Now, when you pick up, tell me if I'm wrong here, but when you pick up a new weapon in a video game, is that not incentive enough to try it out? He legitimately said that it wasn't, like, picking up the weapon was not incentive enough to try it out, and the game doesn't do anything to enforce that. Now, that doesn't make any sense to me, and to most of the Ultra Kill player base, it doesn't make any sense. So Nier says that is such backwards logic. It's not the game's fault you didn't go in looking for the fun zone. That's all on you because that's how you specifically decided to play it, which he's totally right. Adam. So Mayo sounds like the type of guy who orders a chili dog plain and then gets upset because it has no chili. Yeah, basically. So this stuff kind of splits off a little bit. I might have to actually find where I said some things, because it splits off into like 3 different ways, because he starts replying to Nier and Psycho in like really, really weird ways. Let's see here. So we got replies. All right. So, and then one guy goes, Mario, shout out to you, sir. Dude, I don't know why my streams hate you. I really feel bad, because I certainly am not trying to make the experience laggy at all. So I'm really sorry that it does that for you sometimes. So Mario goes, why the fucking do you care about a random man on Twitter? Is your ego that thin? Mayo says, hey, he tagged me, invited a response. And Ultra Kill fans are incredibly funny to stir up. To be fair, he didn't stir me up. I literally just said I felt he was wrong. And technically, yeah, he's right. I did tag him. So what does he mean they're incredibly funny to stir up? Bro, the only one that stirred up is you right now. You absolutely did not have to give Rice any attention. 100%. I tag people all the time, dude. I tag DSP in so many tweets, and I don't think I've ever had Phil once, like, come back at me for something. But, like, that's the thing. I don't expect people to, like, do it. I literally just tag them in because, hey, I'm talking about the person. I might as well let them know what's up. Let's see here. It's really hard to keep, by the way, track of, like, where all these replies go. Let's see. Sorry, there's something specific I am looking for. Rice versus DSP, the live debate when? Dude, I fucking wish, honestly, though. That would be so much fun. Okay, here we go. I think this is what I was looking for. So, so I said, look, man, I'm not trying to have a gotcha moment, but what you're saying doesn't yield facts or make much sense. It sounds more like you're just not good at the game, or you can't get the timing right on stuff. The skill meter encourages a lot of experimentation through gameplay, which, if you've played Ultra Kill, the style meter not only tells you what you're doing is stylish, why what you're doing is stylish, but it also shows you like a multiplier, as well as it gives you health when you have a higher style. So the style meter literally, it's like playing a first-person Devil May Cry. That is the best way I can describe Ultra Kill. So he says, LOL, you just suck. Classic argument. No, I play just fine. It's fun for high rankings on replay. Skill meter encourages experimentation is a joke. Someone sitting in the room saying, be more stylish, bro, is not encouragement. It's meaningless. And then I say, I didn't say you suck, man, but what you're using as proof and what the game is are not matching up. Also, the style meter tells you what you're doing and how it's affecting your score. Plus, don't you get health back? It's not meaningless if you do, it's essential. My proof is that almost the entirety of Act 1 is beatable on the first playthrough by just playing like a moron. To which I reply, but why would you play like a moron intentionally?
Yeah, that's if you play like a moron, that means you get more sympathy points.
No, low key, that scared the shit out of me. What's up? But realistically though, like I've never heard anybody try to hamstring themselves to prove a point. It's so stupid. Like, imagine saying that you think, you know what? Fuck it. We'll use The Last of Us TPG. By the way, are you still in here?
Yeah, I'm in here.
Oh, okay, cool. I don't know why I thought you had gone away. I mean, I essentially kind of was telling him to get good, but that'd be like playing The Last of Us and then being frustrated when you can't take down a clicker because you didn't switch to a gun that had more ammo. Like, it doesn't make sense. Saying that one thing works better than another, but then not trying out other implementations is really stupid to me.
To quote Synthetic Man, skill issue.
It essentially kind of was a good moment, though. And so then he says, you can't expect everyone to go into every game already knowing what to do or what's supposed to be fun about it. I said, oh, this works really well, and the AI is brain dead. The game said, now try this. And I said, but why? The game should make me learn why. And I said, well, yeah, of course not. Normally when you play a game, you try stuff out. Why are you asking the quote-unquote why in regards to using a shotgun on hordes of enemies? Like, that is essentially the part that I'm really confused on, is what is Mayo trying to get at? Is he like, but why would I try anything else if this works so well? It doesn't make any sense what you're saying. It's like, yeah, okay, like one-shotting somebody in a Call of Duty game with a pistol is just as effective as one-shotting them with a sniper rifle, but why do you use a sniper rifle versus a pistol? It's like, it doesn't...
Rice, you're a grain of rice. You're a grain of rice trying to understand a pile of rocks.
You're right. I'm elevated.
You're a high IQ person trying to understand a low IQ person.
I mean, realistically, though, that kind of is the case. Like, it doesn't make sense, man. Just because something works doesn't mean it's the best way, you know? Yeah, Adam says, killing a clicker with your fists. I'll make it happen, but in reality, you won't. Yeah.
No, because the minute you try that, the clicker bites you and you die.
Mm-hmm.
Game over.
That's like saying, like, just because I have a blank piece of wood, you know, when you fight them with it, it's just as effective as the pistol, but there's trade-offs to both, but it's like you ignoring the trade-offs and just saying, well, I'm just going to do it this way, because this way works. Why use any other way?
One break, and everyone runs out of ammo. There's a big difference.
Yeah.
You can always get more ammo, but if the board breaks, it's broken forever. It's not coming back.
Yeah. So yeah, and then after that, he basically just says, but I can just back away and keep charge pistoling. The AI is too stupid and the encounters are too weak, and make variety and style feel even somewhat necessary to engage with.
You're talking about, this is about, what's the game?
Ultrakill.
Overkill?
Ultrakill.
Ultrakill.
Yep.
Okay.
So the biggest problem, it's very, very good. I'm actually really hoping it gets a console release. If nothing else, just so more people can play it, because I think it's that good. I think it's phenomenal. And honestly, like, I'm not saying it's a reason to buy a PC, but if you have a PC, you should absolutely own it. It's phenomenal. And nice thing is, it kind of has PS1 graphics, so it can run on, like, potatoes.
Yeah, I think it's the game I've seen near uses B-roll footage.
Yeah, you can actually purposely make the game look worse, like a PS1 game. So that's also really cool.
I think that enhances it. It doesn't... I think that enhances it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's another person in this chat? What the hell, man? Rex! You were so quiet!
Rex, TPG, both of you, thank you for coming in.
I was actually here for a while, I just didn't speak.
I appreciate you lurking.
He's sitting there creeping on us, Rice. He's sitting there going,
let's see
what stupid shit.
I was not even creeping. I was just making you guys talk.
That's fair.
Good.
No.
I literally just woke up.
I appreciate the respect, sir.
Because my phone went off and it's like Rice's live stream. I'm like, oh shit, turn it on, and he literally just started.
Yeah, you know it's going to be bad when I'm live streaming on a weeknight, because I hardly ever live stream on a weeknight.
No, that means it's going to be good.
Well, yeah, okay. That means some stupid people are afoot. Oh, Rex.
Yeah.
Are you...
Bad time for them, good time for us.
Oh, shoot, dude. Holy crap.
No, according to DSP, remember, Rice, we're all misery brokers, because when we're having someone's having a bad day, we're having a good day.
That's right.
Misery brokers.
Eat it. I'm gonna mail you a spoon so you can eat shit out of my fucking ass.
Dude, what is with DSP and scat humor? He's
Dude, I
always
don't
on
know.
that shit.
That is one of my favorite things he's ever said, unironically. It is that fucking funny. And what's funny too is like I think he knows to an extent what he said was so ludicrous that it doesn't make any sense.
Luda!
Literally. Yeah, so that was essentially my my Twitter beef with Under the Mayo. But honestly, it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really funny. Basically, it just comes down to I don't think Mayo understands Ultra Kill, and I don't think he ever will.
Nope.
Yeah.
Was it the same guy who went on like a tirade, about God of War Ragnarok? Because, oh my god, you have to play as Atreus. Oh no.
I mean, yeah, dude. He's such a fucking hypocrite. And honestly, like, I would have more respect if he just like was like, yeah, I don't like this, than for him to say one thing and then do another. Like, that's my biggest problem, honestly. It's not even that he has a problem with Ultra Kill. It's that he's not consistent. That's my biggest concern, like, issue. If he was just consistent,
Consistency.
yeah,
Consistency is the key to life. Guess what? He doesn't have the key yet.
it's what doesn't make you a lolcow. I can tell you that much. All right.
We're talking about lolcows. How are we not talking about Daniel Larson's ass fucking walking around after getting arrested?
Oh, don't worry. We're gonna have some time at the end of this. Oh yeah. Daniel Larson's back out.
He's out.
He's been messaging fans as well.
I don't know. I'm only being kind of updated on Twitch channel.
Yeah. We could take a look at Lemur's channel later. Lemur's a friend of mine.
Dude, I'll
Not
never forget
IRL,
this
but-
quote. When I heard this quote, I almost was like, dude, they should have done it. The hotel's trying to kill me! The hotel's trying to kill me! I was like, oh, I fucking wish they would have.
Oh, dude, for fucking real though.
That man's deranged. Like, he needs to be in a psych ward and fucking have the key thrown out.
No, I have to keep being incinerated.
I'd be okay with that. Here's what Zombie made for DSP.
Oh, no.
DSP making sexual jokes. DSP making scat jokes. That's
I
great.
rather let cat code.
That's great, Zombie. Much love, brother. All right, you guys ready for a terrible IGN article?
Oh yeah, what?
Wait, no, Rice. There's good ones?
I mean, no, but there are worse
know.
ones, and this is one of the worst. All right, so this is originally why I decided to stream tonight. So, as we all know, I think I've made it clear on this channel, I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. Resident Evil is one of my favorite franchises, if not my favorite franchise. So I love Resident Evil. And the debate is up for what is going to be the next Resident Evil remake. Because we've had 2, we've had 3. There's talks of 1, 5, or Code Veronica. IGN decided to take it upon themselves to write about why Resident Evil 5 cannot be remade. And if you're already wondering where it goes, yes, you'd be correct. But let's go ahead and let's read
where
this.
it goes.
Yeah.
Our world.
It's as soon as I saw this, I knew for a fact that I had to do a stream tonight. So this is the kicking point. Let's go ahead and jump right into the news. So it's written by this Matt Purslow.
Okay, let's not attack him. Let's not address him. Or us.
Yeah, I'm just curious if he's done anything, like, what has he reviewed?
Let me guess. The reason why this game can't be remade is because you're killing mostly black people.
You'd be correct.
Black people.
It looks like he reviews a bunch of... Go fucking figure, dude. He reviews all of, like, the Disney shows that come to Disney+. Plus. So,
I will brainwash your kids, and then I will take over the world.
WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Hawkeye, Obi-Wan, Secret Invasion.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'll get a Winter Soldier, a.k.a. Preach to You Soldier.
Okay. I think
Secret Invasion. Get the shit out of there.
that's what I'm saying, man. So, he says...
I know, my Mickey Mouse is pretty good.
Exactly, BG, but they are zombies. And don't worry, we will go over this, because this is just, yeah. To be fair, I don't necessarily think 5 needs to be the next game remade, but I wouldn't mind a remake of it. I mean, at this point, I'm kind of like, I trust Capcom to do whatever. But this is... What? Yeah, go ahead.
I kind of want to see a remake of 6.
Yes.
Just to see what they will do with that.
Yeah, I think it would be super fun to see what they would do. I honestly, at this point, they are so far into remaking the Resident Evil games, you almost might as well just remake all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're kind of like, it's like, well, you've kind of already done it so well on, like, 2, 3, 4, well, I guess maybe not 3. I haven't played 3, though, so I'm leaving my hat out of the ring on that one. But, I mean, 2 and 4 are so good that, like, I don't know, it kind of feels like you could make any of them and still do really good. But, so this is what Matt Purslow has to say. With Resident Evil 4's release last year, Capcom's project to remake the glory years of its survival horror series is complete. But, as the game's post-credit scene suggests, the remakes aren't over. And so the big question is, where next? The obvious answer is a remake of Resident Evil 5. I mean, that's not really the obvious answer if you were a fan of Resident Evil, but... Okay.
It's kind of the obvious answer, but at the same time, it's like you could, go do your own thing for a while, like Code Veronica and shit.
If you're like a huge Resident Evil fan, I mean, the thought of 5 crosses your mind, but exactly, I think Code Veronica is your immediate thought, and then maybe 1 as well is also one of the immediate thoughts. Like, I don't think 5 is the immediate thought for a lot of people. So he says, let's see here. But on the game's 15th anniversary, it's clear that moving forward chronologically will take Capcom's remakes into the series' weakest era. An era of gameplay and narrative decisions best left in the past. Resident Evil 5 simply can't be remade, at least not to the standards of Capcom's best work, and so the answer is not to remake, but to rewrite. Resident Evil is a survival horror series, not that you'd know that playing Resident Evil 5. Well, that's just kind of stupid. I mean, I don't shoot zombies in other games, typically. It features...
Well, I think it's because... I think that what he was saying is, like, it leans more on the action elements than the horror elements.
Right. Yeah.
Wasn't this the one that had the co-op in it, too?
Yeah, Resident Evil 5 was the one with the co-op as well.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But, I mean, to be fair, there's not many, like, games that are not... what's the word I'm looking for? There's not many games where the main theme of a game is like a horror element, and it's not some type of survival horror, even if it's action. Because I don't know, I just feel like the way they treat Resident Evil, even in 5 and 6, like even though it is definitely more action, like I still don't feel the same way I feel when I play it as like Gears of War, which I understand why certain people do, but I guess for me, I just don't. But yeah. Yeah.
Get the smoke.
I really don't feel like Gears of War until he starts punching rocks at the end, so. It features a constant flow of horrific imagery. Well, okay, exactly. Okay, so he proves my point, literally, why I think of it as a, horror game to an extent. But RE5 is an action game through and through. That's evident in the cover shooter mechanics, vehicle chases with on-rails turret sequences, and the constant rattle of assault rifles. Is there even cover, though? I don't think there's cover in Resident Evil 5. It's been a while since I played it, but I don't think there's no cover mechanics. Now I'm really starting to question if he even played it.
Well, I haven't played 5 or many Resident Evil games, but from what I can remember, I don't think there was, but then there might have been.
I've played 5.
Kind of hot thing. It was kind of hot thing there for a bit. So
it was. I just don't remember, though, there being any cover shooting. I mean, there might have been in 6, which, to be fair, I don't remember 6 very well at all. So that's totally possible. But I really don't think there was any in 5, which kind of makes me question if he's even played Resident Evil 5. So,
Yeah.
let's see. Even its visual design evokes the sandy shades of modern military games that experienced mass popularity in the late 2000s, it all speaks to a series that had lost its way rather than reflect on the tenets that were the foundation of its existence. Resident Evil 5 looked to the contemporary gaming zeitgeist in an attempt to find a new lease of life. The result is an unholy hybrid of Resident Evil, Gears of War, and Call of Duty. It's as ugly and unwieldy as it sounds. Okay, to be fair, it's not really that bad. It's pretty fun. But I understand if he's talking about from a tonal perspective.
Yeah.
This design appears to not be just a misguided attempt to follow Western successes, but also a misreading of its predecessor. With Resident Evil 4, director Shinji Mikami deftly reinvented the series through the use of a new over-the-shoulder camera angle. The perspective allowed for a more kinetic, action-heavy game. Despite this, Mikami never lost sight of the terror at the core of Resident Evil. Through use of enemies that were strategically placed to provide undual... Okay, he's just kind of going over why it's Gears of War. I promise I won't leave out any context if it's important. Resident Evil 5, meanwhile, presents its enemies as waves to be gunned down with increasingly powerful weaponry. Their purpose is cannon fodder, a wall of meat to slow your progression through levels, and those levels are not locations to be explored. I don't know about that.
I'm just gonna throw out this idea here. Maybe you don't have to be 100% faithful in a remake in this game. Maybe you could go the Final Fantasy VII remake route where you have different gameplay, maybe a different story altogether. Just saying.
Yeah,
that's always a possibility.
Well, I mean,
isn't that what kind of the remakes have been doing? They have their own different timeline.
Literally, yeah. Like to be fair, 4 is very much an action game. Like, I think one thing that kind of bugs me about like people pretending that 4 is not an action game is that 4 is definitely an action game. It just still has scary elements. And what the remake,
a little bit more horror.
Yeah, what the whole purpose of the remakes is to make the game scary in a modern context. Like 4 and 2, I would say, are way scarier in today's climate than they were when they released. 4 like freaks me out a little bit more compared to the original, and 2 100%.
If you want to scare these journalists, just have them play as a white guy, and then someone says, "White privilege."
Yeah, unless see the weird thing. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. But like literally though, like the whole idea of 5 would be to make it scary. That's kind of what Resident Evil has been doing with these remakes, is to turn a game that is not scary by today's standards into a scarier game. To me, that's kind of what the whole point of a remake would be. But he goes on to say, Resident Evil 5, meanwhile, presents its enemies, and those levels are not locations to be explored. I disagree with that. Instead, they are largely funnels that push you from entrance to exit. Resident Evil 4 may have replaced the series' traditional continuous structure with discrete levels in an attempt to move away from the backtracking heavy design of previous games, but it preserved the spirit of locations like the Raccoon City police station. Wait, is he talking about what? Wait, what? Huh? Dude, Raccoon City's not in Resident Evil 4. What is he talking about?
No, it isn't. That's right. It was the Spain.
Okay. It? He's saying it preserved the spirit of locations. That's just poor journalism, actually. The village, Salazar Castle, and island feature...
Journalism on IGN? No way, Rice!
I know.
What's next?
Go figure. No, also, Jakey, yes, it is a perfect blend of both. 4 is. I'm so proud of you, Zombie, for watching Detractor content. All right, so he says the island feature... So he says, the village, Salazar's Castle, and the island feature interlocking explorable pathways that solidify these locations as authentic spaces rather than obstacle courses. Resident Evil 5 has no interest in this, with the majority of its stages being little more than corridors peppered with dead ends to hide treasures in. Well, why would they hide treasure in an area you can't explore? Their lack
fail.
Oh, man. Their lack of authenticity means no one will ever mention the Kyuju autonomous zone in the same breath as the Spencer Mansion. Oh, okay. Q Juju. He's talking about the Resident Evil 5. Whatever.
Oh.
This is a very bloated article, by the way. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you kind of have too... He's saying so much here without saying anything.
I mean, dude, we have Wikipedia. Yeah, Wikipedia exists. I really don't need you to give me a breakdown on how...
I kind of gave my stance on this. If RE5 is getting a remake, I think it needs to keep the same core story, but yes, more modernized gameplay, fall more in line with what RE4 was doing, but a little bit more action-based. So that's what I think they should do.
Yeah.
I don't think you should be afraid to, tell the same story. And yes, you're going to be playing in an area where you're killing mostly black people because it's Africa. It's where mostly a lot of black people live.
Well, we're about to get into that the element of the article, so strap yourself in.
Yeah, you're kind of speed running the whole thing, man.
Yeah. All this to say that a faithful remake of Resident Evil 5 would break Capcom's 7-year streak of brilliant survival horror games. That's saying an awful lot. It's telling that the series' reset point, Resident Evil 7, was a reinvention of the very first game, a haunted house that grew ever larger as you unlocked new rooms by solving its puzzles. Clever reinventions of this... Okay, dude, what? This is awful. He's giving so much context that he's not allowing anything to, get in. Okay, I'm going to skip this part because he's just saying Resident Evil 7 reinvigorated the series. We know that.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
Oh, geez. In other news... Water's also wet, guys.
Water is wet, the sky is blue, and air makes you dry.
Remakes...
Fire is hot.
And fire is hot. Remakes can, of course, completely redefine the structure of their source material. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, for example, is recognizably an updated version of classic RPG, but its world design and gameplay mechanics are world apart from the 1997 original, and so you could argue that Resident Evil 5 is actually the Resident Evil most in need of a remake. Based off of what, though? Nothing in that sentence gave me that impression. Let's see. That reins in a whole new environmental structure and scenario design that reins in the action and dials up the horror would bring it in line with Capcom's other remakes. That's exactly yeah. But all of this doesn't account for Resident Evil 5's most notorious problem. Racism.
Even though it's not racism, because when you think about it in the grander context, it actually makes sense.
I think I had a perfect sound effect for this shit. Hold up. Let me find.
Zombie fan, no beer for you.
Aliens.
If you're gonna get a beer, give me a zombie fan. If you're getting a beer, give me some whiskey. With the rocks.
Yeah, for sure, man. Feel free to come on in. Racism. I think I just shot up the walls. Dink me.
Holy shit, he went up high.
All right, here we go. Set in a fictional... Okay, the fact that he's already starting this off with a fictional West African country, it is fictional. Resident Evil 5's primary antagonists are black people.
Wait, Resident Evil 5 is fiction? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No way.
Did you know that black
guys,
people...
are you telling me The Last of Us isn't real?
Yes. So literally it says Resident Evil 5's primary antagonists are black people. Yes, technically it's the Ouroboros virus that protagonist Chris Redfield is fighting, but the parasite's host is depicted as a nation of mobs and primitives who are violent even before their infection? What?
Impression.
Well, that's just not true.
I mean, okay,
wouldn't that count as racism on their part?
That seems like an incredibly implied racism. Also, hi.
Hello, person.
What's up? How we doing, me man?
Pretty good.
Good deal, man. Yeah. So, I mean, they're implying that they're violent before their infection. I don't recall any of that, but even if that is the case, I could be mistaken, but isn't it true that the Ganados, before they were even like super, super infected, that they were also pretty like violent and mean towards you before you ever even realized what was going on? It's because they're already infected. So it says
You were infected the whole time. What's this, a fucking Walking Dead twist?
It's like, well, it is. Yeah, exactly. Zombie fan says yes. And I mean, who better to look to than a zombie fan? Intentionally or not, Resident Evil 5 positions Africa as the quote-unquote dark continent, an uncivilized world harboring a diseased population that needs gunning down via Western intervention in the name of global security.
You know what this reminds me of? That one fucking Captain Skipper video about Godzilla.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh god!
I know.
It reminds me of that one, but
This is such...
that video made me so fucking mad.
This is such a jump. Because I can guarantee you, as somebody that has played this goddamn game, at no point did I ever go, you know, why am I shooting black people? Because you're in a country where the ethnicity is primarily that. Same as when you're playing Resident Evil 4 and you're in a Spanish village. It does, like, it's same when you're in an urban city environment and there's a bunch of different people. It's all dependent on where the game takes place. It is not intentionally trying to be racist, nor do I even think it unintentionally comes off as racist. Yeah.
Just. So, were we actually even racist when we were gunning down fucking Spanish people in the fourth one?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm asking. Did anybody ever think about that when we were killing down all those people? Also, I'd like to point out, isn't it a little stereotypical that there was a cult attached to that as well? That there was a Spanish cult attached to a church.
Everyone knows, Rice, that white people can only be racist if they're in a cult.
Also, I'd like to point out that Shiva is also killing people in this game.
Yeah, I think when most people are playing Resident Evil, they're not thinking about the skin of the zombie. They're thinking, oh my god, his mouth is missing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't really care what the skin color is. His mouth has 4 sides. Like, I'm sorry. But my biggest problem, though, is I don't like how he's trying to straw man an argument about this. This is one of my biggest issues with this argument in general. Because it's literally just... It's getting mad at something that nobody was mad about. You know? Mm-hmm. Like, it's creating a problem where there was not a problem.
Like, people getting mad at Trace's girlfriend for being black. Like, no one cares, dude.
Yeah, that would be like getting mad because in Assassin's Creed Origins I had to kill Egyptian people. Like, yeah, I was in whatever time period in Egypt. Yes, you had to unfortunately slice open a few necks that were Egyptian. Like, it's about where the game takes place, and it's literally built into the story. If it was just like, hey, we're going to go to Africa, we're going to have this random segment where we shoot up Africa, and then we're going to jump out of Africa, you know what? Okay, sure, I could see that being a little force-handed, but the whole game takes place in Africa. So
yeah, these people are going to be shocked when there's a game based on the Ukraine war that's going on right now, and you're killing Russians.
I mean, yeah. Let's not forget, though, IGN was also the same people that, like, freaked out when they added girls to Call of Duty and said that they didn't feel comfortable knifing girls in Call of Duty.
It's just a skin! Come on, dude!
2020s.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't do anything!
Jesus fucking Christ.
Modern game journalism! Modern game journalism, everyone.
Worst.
It's a joke. This is why I don't take it serious.
Yep, it's so hard to take anything seriously with this. And then Zombie Fan says, hey, didn't you know that in the Metro series you're a Russian shooting other Russians? Apparently that's a problem.
Hey, but,
Atomic Heart. You didn't know about Metroid being the protagonist being fucking female?
Yeah. Well, it's like, wait, I didn't stop to ask the Metroid its gender or its race before I shot it. So does that mean it was racist?
Excuse me, sir, who's shooting at me? What gender are you? I'm sorry if I misgendered you. And also, what do you identify as? Oh, I need to know so I can shoot you.
Oh, Dank Memer's got a good point. Guys, Ghost of Tsushima is racist because you're killing tons of Mongolians.
Oh my god, you're right.
Yeah,
But to be fair, the Mongolians are invading your land. So
you think you have the right to defend yourself? Are you serious right now? Dude, it's just to be clear, and I really don't think I have to say it, but just in case, this is obviously satire. This is so stupid. It is a nothing burger.
We're saying bullshit.
Maybe it's unintentional satire, but yeah, you're right. Satire.
Yes, I mean I feel like it's obvious, but I just feel like I have to say it because anymore you can't really like be obvious without being obvious. If you know what I mean.
You know what, guys? We also need to remember 2 girls in 1 cup is racist towards cups.
I was I forgot about that. I felt bad for the ice cream. That was ice cream, right?
One of jars fucking racist against jars, though. We gotta think about that.
Yeah, dude. What about the jars in Elden Ring? You ever think of them?
Exactly.
Oh my god.
No, Mr. Jar, are you okay? Have you been traumatized?
I just
Would you like
realized.
to talk about your feelings?
I used that one part in Elden Ring in the castle with all those jars as a grinding spot.
You bastard!
No.
I'd like to pour out
those
a 40.
Jars.
I'd like to pour out a 40 for all
children.
I gotta pour out a 40 for
their lives.
I gotta pour out a 40 for all the jars that I slaughtered in my leveling up.
You ignorant piece of rice! You know what? That's why you're all white. Because you think it's all right.
Okay, that was good. I'll give you that one, TBG. Okay. That's why I'm just a humble little white rice. This is okay. So it goes on to say this insensitive treatment of people of color. I mean, you spelled color wrong. I know some people spell it with a U, but I don't get it.
They got the same chance of killing me in the game that I have of killing them. Come on, how's that not fair?
This is pretty equal. Was hotly debated, even as early as Resident Evil 5's debut trailer, with writers such as Guy Kroll and Stephen Totillo pointing out the game's uncomfortable post-colonial imagery. Post-colonial?
What?
What? Colonial is in 1800s?
I'm sorry. When did we arrive at this? Am I stupid?
Did Resident Evil come out during the Civil War? I'm sorry. What?
Did Christopher Columbus play Resident Evil?
Hey, Zombie Fan just brought up a good point, guys. In Helldivers 2, you're racist towards bugs and machines.
Okay, we are not talking about that.
I want to get Helldivers 2 so bad.
I am.
Sure.
It's so good.
I want to play it. It was literally
racist against robots because that's like the only thing you really fight.
Yeah, dude.
Depending on what planet you go on to, sir, you also go to a bug planet.
You know, they don't tell you this, but iRobot was racist against robots.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I watched X-Men 1 and 2 recently.
What terrible things IGN has done to artists.
Then I just realized that Splatoon is also kind of racist because you
towards squids.
Octopi. Not towards octopies. The main campaigns.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it one on the shoe?
Damn.
Just remember, folks, you can save yourself some. Goddamn, I was trying to do my Zap Brannigan voice. I was trying to say something from Helldivers 2.
Helldivers 2 is essentially the perfect Starship Troopers. Dank Memer says, yes.
Exactly!
I want to play it so bad, man. Like, it looks more fun than even the Starship Troopers game that came out, and I want to play it so bad. By the way, I would also like to point out, I'm going to take a small little victory lap here. I promise I swear to God, I will go back to being humble after this. I was calling this that I think Helldivers are before Helldivers 2 came out. I thought it was going to be a huge success because I thought that it looked like a really fun game, and it's a huge step up from the original Helldivers. Okay, I'm off my soapbox now. But I legitimately, when I saw trailers of it, I was like, people are going to go nuts over this shit. And sure enough, man, they did.
Dark Memer. X-Men is racist towards humans and mutants. I mean,
they quite literally are. I watched X-Men 1 and 2 recently, and there's a scene in X-Men 2 where Stryker, the enemy, is trying to get Professor X to kill all the mutants, and then when Magneto gets there, he decides to flip the table and make Professor X try and kill all the humans. And yes, I do mean in the world. That movie is so good.
Reminds me of a video. It goes something like this. Remember, Luigi, this game's racist because I fucking said so.
Zap Brannigan here to tell you to make sure to take your liberty.
Dude, by the way, just to point out, any donations that come to any stream in the next week, yes, they are going to Helldivers too. Because I want to get it
more donations.
Yeah, I will not ask. I was going to say I will not ask.
Unlike DSP though, he actually will make good content.
Well, at least won't ban you. So I mean, that's something.
Oh yeah, right. So have you ever heard of lolcow? You might have heard of them, but their name is Garo Shadowscale. They have a furry cult.
Oh gosh, that sounds real familiar.
No. That's the zone I don't touch. This is anything with furries. No. Y'all motherfuckers could go jump off a bridge. I don't care.
I am a furry.
I'm kind of the same camp with Nier in that, category. Like, oh, you guys just go kill yourselves. I don't care.
Hey, TPG, I got a really interesting content creator you should go check out. His name is Pamperchew.
No! You sick son of a bitch!
You son of a bitch!
The name of Pamperchew!
What the fuck you sound like Eggman?
Oh, Zombie fan, I love you, bro. Thank you. You did not have to do that. Thank you for that. You did not have to do that.
You're breathtaking!
Yeah, you like that, don't you?
We all like that. You dirty boy.
You like some rice, don't you?
Hey.
Thank you.
He gets enough money, he'll become some dirty rice.
Dude, I am so spending that $2 on democracy. I will spread that democracy all over this channel.
And all over Mrs. Rice's back, if you know what I mean.
You leave Mrs. Rice out of this. She was hanging out with Crab Rangoon before she met me.
Bro, I remember back in the old days, the old war.
They used to call me Fried Rice.
They used to call me Fried Rice.
They're telling me to shrimp fried this rice.
This isn't even my final form.
No, your final form is shrimp fried rice.
Giant enemy crab rice.
So, okay, what would the fusion between you and a crab named Heller be? A giant piece of rice with a crab hands?
On
you
rice.
Looked it up.
On rice. It's a giant enemy crab on rice.
Remember, folks, crab people. Not quite a crab.
Dude, actually, no joke. This is kind of what it would look like. It's kind of sick, actually.
Wait, how did we get here? We were talking about Resident Evil 5.
we got here because
Dank memer.
We got here because Sandy's overrated.
All right. Let me get back to the article so I can speedrun this shit. All right.
Oh, god damn it.
Remakes may be able to redefine their source material, but there's only so many changes you can make until it's not a remake at all, but an entirely new game. And if you take Africa out of Resident Evil 5, is it Resident Evil 5 anymore?
No.
Obviously.
Oh, yeah.
That's like if I was to take Borderlands 2 and set it on a completely different planet other than Pandora.
Yeah, so it's just not Borderlands.
That's per sequel.
So like, what do you call it? So if it's not Resident Evil 5 anymore, what is it? What is it? Resident Evil 5 or -5? Like
-5.
Resident Evil -5. That's good. I like that.
No, it's Resident Evil. It's Resident Evil 4.8.
Dude,
we're going down the Kingdom Hearts way.
Oh my god, listen to this shit. Oh my god. Even with a vastly improved. Okay, hold on. I gotta. Holy shit! There's so much to unpack here. Okay. So even with a vastly improved, more sensitive take on the continent, perhaps one with a black protagonist and more empathetic look at the outbreak, the experience would simply be too divorced from the original to hold the name Resident Evil 5.
Then why the fuck are you complaining? Why the fuck are you even complaining in the first place then? Genuinely.
It wouldn't even be a Resident Evil 5 remake then. It wouldn't even be Resident Evil 5. It would just be a new Resident Evil game.
Okay, all future IGN reporters, please go collect your dum-dum check at the nearest Social Security office.
Okay, so literally what IGN is saying is they gave us the meme Too Much Water, and then they said, you know what? We could do this again. Too much black people. That is literally what they're saying. What?
Oh my god.
Dude, I mean, come on.
My brain's trying to comprehend this and wants to die.
Make everything white.
Guys, I'm playing Halo Infinite. Where the fuck are you guys being so stupid? Am I stupid?
What's 9 plus 10?
Oh god.
21?
21?
18!
Stupid.
Okay, so it says, where does Capcom go now? Personally, I'd look backwards. Code Veronica is an ideal candidate, as is the original Resident Evil. But if the only way is chronologically forward, then a total rewrite of what comes next is the logical path. Because what followed Resident Evil 4 was not one terrible game, but two. Resident Evil 6 doubled down, no, tripled down, on the action-packed set piece heavy shooter design to the extent that how did we go from talking about why it's racist back to too much action? In Resident Evil 4's remake's post-credit scene, evil mastermind Albert Wesker details his plan for world domination to Ada Wong. Reflected in his glasses is an image of Excella Geon and the Stairway of the Sun, two significant plot elements from Resident Evil 5. So it kind of sounds like they already made up their mind and they just want it. Well, I'm putting in the poll, I want Resident Evil 5. Also, I would like to point out that in this poll down here, they ask, what Resident Evil should be remade next? 37% of people said Resident Evil 5.
And what was the other answer?
Code Veronica has 46. Resident Evil 1 has 10%. And Resident Evil 0 has 5%. So the top two are Resident Evil 5 and Code Veronica. So literally everybody that just read this thought, you know what, fuck them, I still want Resident Evil 5. Mm-hmm. I mean, dude, case closed and shut.
Hey, at least the readers actually have a brain.
I mean, Jesus Christ, though. Like, this is just stupid. Because they're literally saying, because this takes place in Africa, you need to actually change what happened before, and you actually need to take it out of Africa and not have it take place anywhere near Africa. Any other country is fine, but not Africa. Guys, that's where the game took place. So if you're going to remake it, it has to take place there. I don't make the rules.
I feel like there's like a small batch of white people in existence that get so offended by other races being hurt.
Dude,
so the other races are like, we don't care.
Have you ever seen like that Key and Peele episode? Like, there's that little skit where they're in a bar and they're just drinking and they're just talking about some movie or whatever, and a bunch of white people come over to him and they're like, "I am so sorry for what my people did to you," and it's like, dude, that's like, That is more racist than you actually tried to be racist. Like it's just...
Isn't that Always Sunny?
No, it's Key and Peele.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it does sound like something Always Sunny will do.
I agree. Sorry that my people made your people feel uncomfortable. You mean like this conversation right now?
Literally that. Literally that. Is this Jakey, by the way?
No.
No, it's not. It's Yo! And a real voice actor.
Yeah.
What's up? Thanks for coming by, man. I appreciate it. We're just having
unfortunately, I missed the Harmon fanfic stream, so I'm here now.
Oh, fantastic! Well, I appreciate it. To be fair, yeah, you know, you probably saved yourself a couple brain cells.
Yeah. Oh, look at this! DSP's back to playing fucking Yakuza. Like anyone.
He made $5 last night.
Who?
DSP.
Oh.
Like that's it. That's all he made. You know what? I do find that funny.
All right, so I want to go on this. This is really funny. So we gotta
do our guys. We have to do our daily check on Phil's dumbassery.
I can't even stand Phil's fucking voice, Jesus.
Dude, I know.
Oh god, dude.
If it makes you feel any better, I watch him.
Oh god, no!
I watch him in
Why is his face so close?
2 times speed. Okay, so literally what this is. So he. Okay, well I'll let Phil. All right, here's Phil to tell you more.
Well, I need to make like a Rice. You need to make like an ADHD version of Phil. That way, his content is bearable. You just summarize what the hell he says, and it's probably like a minute of actual valuable words.
It's literally I got to speed it up at least 1.5 speed. And I noticed actually a lot of people like Duty and them, they actually do put it up on top speed, but I can't tell because I'm so used to hearing his voice at high speed. So
yeah. Right now, Rice, is we can't see what you're seeing.
Oh yeah,
Unless we're watching your stream.
That might help. Give me 1 second here. Let me.
Share your screen, sir. Let's see all the pornography you have bookmarked.
You will never see that because I don't have anything.
Oh, so there is?
Nah.
I don't
have anything bookmarked.
Cynical moment. Even gods slip up eventually, Rice. We're bound to see it.
Listen, you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become a villain.
You're gonna cynical slip up. We're gonna see eventually, Rice. There's no.
Am I the villain now? Because I got exposed for using OnlyFans. Am I a bad guy now?
Yeah. Well, it depends. Was there somebody that looked like Abby on there?
I mean, Riley Reid doesn't count, right?
I wasn't counting her.
No.
Oh, no. Have you guys heard about the fucking X-Men 97 guy being fired by Disney because he has an OnlyFans?
I saw he was fired, but I didn't see why.
Yeah, that's the reason, actually.
I feel like that's kind of a dumb reason, but okay.
But fun little fact for you too, Rice. Just sorry if I'm sidetracking here.
That's all right.
But John Cena has an OnlyFans.
Oh well,
dude, I don't know why people pay for it. They can't see him. Get it? Because you can't see me. Oh my
god. Okay. All right. That's it. Say goodbye to your mod status.
What? Kill this guy.
He's gone, boys. No, I'm just kidding. He's not gone. Here he is. All right.
I'm beautiful.
All right. Let's.
Hey, Rice, if you ever meet DSP in real life, get like a fucking costume that just represents Capcom.
That would be great. Oh, I could just dress as the Cannon Brothers.
Dude, nothing tops seeing DSP in a fucking Yoshi costume.
That is pretty good. Well, I like the Sonic.
So depressing.
Personally, I like the Sonic costume. I like the Sonic hat, but
no shit. So, for example, if I'm in the middle of a video and I was like, I gotta get Jasper Kitty out of here. I'll be right back. I can click that and come back, unclick it, and it just skips the dead air. I didn't know that at all.
Okay, so
called Jasper Kitty.
I don't know, dude. That's like saying, "Hi, Mrs. Rice." Also Rice. Like it's like it doesn't make sense.
No, what you say is like Mrs. Rice Human.
Yeah, Mrs. Rice Human, Mr. TPG Human.
I don't know. Sometimes I wonder.
By the way, so context, he's going through the suggestion box, and he's back to back 2 for 2 on good suggestions that he's actually going to implement. He says,
"Hey, I'm going to use that. I mean, let me think. I guess I could use it if I was in the bathroom or something and I'm not splitting it apart. I could use it.
Suggestions box.
I guess there's a few instances I feel like I could use it. All right, I'm going to try to use this. I had no clue that's what that was. There it is. It's right there. It's a little pause button thing.
The intrusive thoughts are very loud this time around.
Then again, I've never tried it. Would you like to try it right now?
Are they?
I'm going to try it.
"Would you like to try it right now, boys?" He's going to try it.
Test case for this. Everyone here live on the stream won't see it. But we're going to try this right now.
Bill, stop always
Watch this.
fucking
All right,
overblowing everything.
I'm going to test it right now. We're going to click
Damn,
Guys, so if he does this successfully, so I watched this earlier. So basically what he did was he pressed the button, says, "Okay, I think it's up now. It should be good." He's trying to pause the stream in between so that when he uploads it, there's no dead air. So let's see if it works, boys. Let's see if he implemented this properly.
pause recording button.
Nah.
Come back. We'll see if it worked. Ready? And okay, did it work? Did it work? Is it working? Did it work?
God!
Yeah, unfortunately, it fucking worked.
So hopefully I didn't scare the crap out of those on demand.
Nope, I
I would
died.
test it. So let's see, because now it's recording again, supposedly. So I cut out a few seconds there. If you're watching on demand, let me know
Whenever
how
I
it
hear
worked.
whenever I hear Phil talk, I feel like I'm going to
I don't know how
die.
that would work. I mean, it's interesting to me to say that, but don't talk about the game I'm
You know,
playing.
DSP
It's not
is
what I'm
very
playing.
good
I'm
for
just sitting here
sleep
playing,
aid.
ignoring you guys, right? I'm talking
He
to you
is.
guys.
I need to make one of those like 2-hour-long cuts of like DSP to sleep / relax / chill / study too.
Here's what you need to do, Rice. You need to make a YTP MV, but with only his wet snorts and coughs.
Oh my god, it could be like 10 hours easily. Oh.
That I'm playing the game and we're having that conversation.
I
And
feel like
interacting.
it'd be
Why do I need to have
funnier
a formal break
if you did it with the wet snorts than any other noise.
the engagement and the
God.
attendance of the stream? People would just leave during the break and never come back. So the feedback was, don't do that. Do it more streamlined.
You can
So
like
that's what-
overly
I'll have topics you want
aggressively
before we start
audio
the game.
boost
So let me give you
it.
an example. Today we're playing Baldur's
Get
Gate
rid
3,
of
and
the
as soon as we start,
background
we're going to go
noise.
into hag quest
Like
line. We're going to track her
click-
down, fight her.
Bass
Imagine if I didn't do
boosted
anything today.
snorts.
So I do a podcast and immediately start Baldur's Gate 3. You want to know what would happen?
Yeah, for the
Go back to the
baselines,
old
you
way.
could have
And I'm
like
I don't think that would work.
you
know,
could
I
have
noticed a lot
like a
of people making
dubstep
suggestions too
thing
don't realize that I've been there, done that, right?
with his wet
And that's what it is.
snorts
People haven't been
as
around
the
long enough to say,
beat
"Oh, cool, you
drop.
used to take a big break like that." And yeah, I did, and it didn't work. People
All right, I'm trying to find the part. So basically, somebody asks him or tries to give him feedback on better streaming with his
okay,
wife.
ginormous thing, and this is in regards to
Oh,
the
yeah.
gameplay like a month ago, right? In Like a Dragon. So keep in mind, if you didn't see that gameplay, you might
All
not
right,
understand
here
where
we
this person's
go.
coming from. Let's see
Okay.
what they have to say, and then I'll see.
I just want to say this quick little thing. DSP, Cat's not going to make your content better. In fact, in a lot of ways, she's making it more awkward. Just
Yeah, so
Every
get
time-
ready because that's what this suggestion is kind of going to be. So here we
good
go.
Lord.
Somebody read.
what I want to say in response. Okay, my suggestion is in regards to co-op gameplay with Cat recently. I want you to be open to change rather than rejecting this outright. I don't just reject things outright. I listen, and if it's something that
Okay, keep that in mind, boys. Keep
Yeah,
that
you
in
might,
mind.
you might want to slow down the speed a little, just because it is going pretty fast.
Fair enough. Let me go back. All right, so keep this in mind.
coming from, but let's read what they have to say, and then I'll see what I want to say in response. Okay, my suggestion is in regards to co-op gameplay with Cat recently. I want you to be open to change rather than rejecting this outright. I don't just reject things outright. I listen, and if it's something that's ridiculous or over the top demanding, then I'll reject it. But some of these suggestions have been quite good, so I don't want you to feel like I'm just going to reject it just because it's not something that I'm doing. By the way, I'm going to open
Keep that in mind. Okay, he gets up to shut the window.
about this is I'm just going to read it and I'm going to respond.
So I
but
could
people,
suffocate
I'm
in
just
that
gonna read.
weird
Your
musky
streams
air.
with Cat are meant to be a co-op experience where you two are having fun together. Having Cat play the
I
game
feel
while you
like
watch
if he
chat is
sprayed
not
a little
fun.
bit of Febreze on DSP, it would fucking melt like a witch.
He probably would, dude. Like, yeah, you got to get it around the ant poison
Dude,
and all that.
During the
You
summer,
could-
he is
you could
always
really
bitching about
he
the
loses
heat.
his power of being an asshole.
You can just see like the dark circles underneath the eyes and how sunken in he looks.
Bro,
Like,
he has so much gray in his fucking beard. It's kind of
he does.
ooh.
He does. Yeah. All right, get ready for this.
Not for you two, and certainly not for anyone watching. We want you two to laugh and talk and enjoy being together, rather than Cat grinding through a game mode she's already beaten, and you're screening what questions are asked. You should both be active in playing and talking. Cat should not be turned away from the mic. You should not be fielding the questions, especially for her. The interest in these streams is Kat and what she brings that is different from a normal stream. If she's going to play the game and focus on progress, there's no use in her being there. If she's going to say nothing or be in a bad mood, there's no use in her being there. I understand you want her to be actively interested in playing the game, but she shouldn't be so interested in it. She's not participating in the social part of the stream. My suggestion is to change your mindset about what a co-op stream with her should look like. Instead of looking for a game that you're both super interested in, look for something that is light and fun to play that will spur conversation between you two and should not require a lot of concentration. Ideally, you should find something that is two-player, but something that you can switch back and forth playing, but also acceptable if you can keep the conversation going while playing, because there's something like Animal Crossing or Harvest Moon that would be great. The game shouldn't be forced to carry the weight of entertaining the stream. That is what you and Kat are there to do.
I'm so glad I told you to slow it down.
Do you see where he like kind of lost it? It's right, like yeah, when they tell him what
under the mayo is the fucking end of everything.
Oh, dude, that's endgame. That is endgame. The doomsday clock, it immediately strikes. It immediately strikes midnight. It's over. That so like literally.
They will come when those two meet in person.
Don't you mean the Doom Eternal's day clock? Considering that the guy fucking fanboy super hard with Doom Eternal, to the point where he just shits on other games simply for not being Doom Eternal.
I mean,
even 2016 and the original Dooms, he hates classic Doom actually.
Oh wait, DSP does?
No, under the mayo.
Oh really? He hates classic Doom?
Yeah, he's a massive Eternal fanboy.
Dude, that's some new levels of cope. that's insane. So all right, so basically he's been really, really nice about these suggestions he's been getting thus far. Here's his response to this person. And keep in mind, all this person said was, I think you need to like let her be and not try to shelter her so much on stream, and you need to like let her talk and play a different game.
Okay, let's unpack this as quickly as we can because it's an insane amount of text. And if I really unpack it detail by detail, we'll never finish the show. Okay? When Kat and I do co-op, which we've done once now, literally,
DSP shuts
all right?
up is
the idea was that we're going to do something that she's interested in doing and playing so that it'll be fun for her to be here.
Or snorts don't exist.
Also interacting with the stream audience. Okay? That was the idea.
I feel like when he snorts, he's charging up his
she's not a paid employee.
His ability to be an absolute asshole to his viewers.
I thought you were going to say he was going to charge up his ass.
Maybe that too.
She's not a formal co-op partner. As much as you guys probably watch other streamers who they have regular co-op partners and paid employees and people who do this together, she's not a YouTube professional. Okay?
Okay, and now I want to keep in mind, Phil calls this his job and his profession. And he's a professional streamer, and he treats it like a profession.
She's not.
So why are you bringing your unprofessional wife on stream?
Good question.
What's going on? Repeat that part a little bit. I was grabbing a soda.
Oh, you're good. So basically, what Phil is saying is that his wife is not a professional streamer, but he treats his streams like a professional streamer. So why is he bringing an unprofessional person onto his streams?
Phil, if you're a professional streamer, why were you caught jerking off before you went live streaming?
And why are you still pretending to be?
I'm waiting until the day DSP leaves like a tab.
If DSP is a professional streamer, then I'm the president of the United States of America. Free copies for The Last of Us to everyone.
Jesus Christ.
She does not want to sit here reading chat, answering your questions. I want to explain that to you right now because I think some people have this weird misconception. She's not even into doing that. Like when she's trying to read it, and she can't even pay attention. Like it scrolls fast, and she can't even like keep up with it. All right.
It's called get a tablet for her dumbass and just put it on a stand and like, oh look, there's your
Are you saying your wife's not smart enough to read a YouTube chat?
I mean, she married him.
I'm saying your wife.
Are you calling your wife retarded?
I don't know if she can see past those raccoon eyes.
I feel like DSP's wife deserves way better than him.
Are you saying your wife is disabled?
I can't tell if it's disabled or regarded or like I don't know.
It's raccoon eyes, baby.
Stupid.
It's raccoon eyes.
She's not like me. She hasn't been here in front of a laptop every single day for the last 10 years streaming.
Yes,
she's not used to doing
Phil.
It.
She hasn't been in front of a laptop every day. She has personality skills.
Well,
She actually talks to human beings.
Well, maybe. Well, assuming that she didn't get fired from her job.
Well,
a while,
okay,
and we're used to it.
Let's be fair. Let's pause this for a second. From what we know about Kat, I can at least assume she interacts with the general public more than Phil does. Because
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Okay, man. Thank you for coming by. Appreciate
sorry
it.
if I scared him away, but I was like, let's be real. Kat does interact with the general public more than Phil. Phil very rarely talks to anyone who's outside of his immediate circle.
Phil doesn't leave his house more than once a week.
Exactly, and I can testify that because I'm a bit of a hermit myself. Okay, but it's like, I also go out of my way to talk to my friends and shit. So it's like, Phil doesn't have social skills. You ever notice that when you watch him? Like he just does not know how to talk to people.
He doesn't.
And it's gotten to the point, honestly, I think he's become, not to try to be offensive or anything here, I think he's become a little socially retarded.
Yeah.
Like,
I know what you mean. Yeah. I don't think Phil knows or has the social ability that he once did because of how much he's cut himself off.
Dude, look at like how his reason for not playing Helldivers 2. It's because, this is a game that forces you to do co-op. I'm like, dude, no one else has a problem with that except DSP, because DSP doesn't have friends.
Yeah.
Because he's so worried about the trolls getting in there and making him look bad. I'm like, dude, they can't make you look worse than you already make yourself look.
Yeah.
What are they going to do?
Listen, guys, I'm gonna go. It's like 3 a.m. I need to sleep.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, you get some sleep, man.
Yeah, by all means, man. Get some sleep.
See ya.
Appreciate you coming by.
See ya, guys. Yeah, see ya, guys.
We're scaring people away. But I think this is something that is, I don't think the detractor community talks about, is the fact that DSP, he's just not normal. He's a very oddball.
Yeah. I mean, it's not normal behavior to actively say, no, I don't want my wife sitting here and reading stream because she can't do it. What? That doesn't make sense.
She's more than capable of doing it. She doesn't want to do it because she doesn't want to waste her time doing that.
Well, to be honest, I think it's literally the fact that she gets like freaked out by chat. I don't know why, but I think she gets freaked out by chat.
I think she's paranoid.
Yeah.
To a certain degree.
Yeah, I think so.
Get into the swing of things, and she's always looking at the chat and always getting used to it. Then she can do that. She literally said to me, "This is how it should work. You sit there so you can see the laptop and you can field the questions, and I'll play the game. And then if I get bored, we'll tag out or whatever." But that was the whole point. Like we planned it ahead of time, like that, to work like that, because she's not comfortable.
It really makes you wonder why they're
stream.
together.
She's not a streamer.
100%. Well, to be honest, I think they're actually kind of a perfect fit, but only because of how weirdly social or antisocial they both are.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I think it's one of those things where he lets her do whatever she wants, and he walks on eggshells for her. And in a weird way, I think she kind of wears the pants in the relationship. Like, I know that Phil is super controlling and manipulative, but in a weird way, I almost wonder if he's scared to, like, piss her off.
I think he's so afraid of losing her as like a kind of like, in this is fucked up way, like a social status, that he walks on eggshells with her. I think you were hitting a nail on the hammer there.
Yeah, because he does use, he uses her and Jasper as a social status more than as an actual, like,
how many fucking times we see this motherfucker bring up Kat when they're talking about, like, a sex scene or a romance scene? I'm married, guys. I'm above this. Like,
I get laid by my wife, dude.
Dude, when he was with Panda Lee, he was still doing that shit, right?
Yeah.
So, what's the difference here?
Well, the other thing, too, I haven't mentioned this to, on the That Being Said podcast yet, but, like, I was going to call in and leave a question, but honestly, I think that the only reason he's playing Yakuza is because it's Kat's favorite game. Because there is no realistic reason for him to keep playing Yakuza games, because he falls asleep, he thinks they're boring, and he doesn't make money off of them, so there's not, like, legitimate reasons for him to play the games, but I think he only plays them because Kat likes them.
Then she can stream the games then he can just watch.
Honestly, I think it would be better if that was kind of how they did it. Because I don't understand why he plays him. Because he doesn't seem to like him that much. He always bitches that he doesn't get money from it. And then on top of all of that, like when it's a long cutscene, the man falls asleep. So I just don't get it.
DSP, she's a weird enigma.
That is.
And this is where people have this weird misconception when we did the co-op. Well, you see, she wasn't having fun, and she wasn't directly talking to us or answering.
I hate when people cross.
She's never gonna do that these days.
She's not.
I hate when people cross their arms to try to like make a point. That just looks so fucking weird to me.
I know. Well, for me, it's his mouth. Like the way he holds his mouth really bugs me.
Dude, look at that! Look, Rice, come on, you gotta clip that. That's like perfect right there.
You talk.
You gotta screenshot. You gotta screenshot that shit.
I'm a mature adult with a business degree.
Perfect face for that. Perfect face.
Right there. Okay, I want to get the arms crossed in there too.
But the man's been doing this for how long? And he still doesn't understand like the basics of streaming.
No. He just fixed his mic quality the other day.
I know.
He just raised the volume. After years of people telling him to do it, he just did it.
Me and a friend of mine, we talk about Phil every once in a while. He doesn't stream or anything. But we talked about it, it's like, dude, his detractors are not, they're leaving him. Everyone seems like they're leaving the DSP ship except for a few whales.
Yeah, and to be honest, even the whales aren't coming by very often. I haven't seen OIC in like couple months, maybe. Like, yeah. Maybe since he started playing Baldur's Gate, which was what, January, I think.
I am so surprised he's still playing Baldur's Gate.
Dude, I gotta be honest. I did not think he would make it this far.
I didn't think he was going to make it past 20 parts. I thought the support would have stopped then.
I lost the bet a long time ago because I think I bet on like 5 parts. I think if I remember right, I said he wouldn't even make it to the Emerald Grove. Well, not Emerald Grove? No, not Emerald Grove. The Goblin Camp. I didn't think he'd make it that far. But was I proven wrong. But it's only because it gets supported. If it didn't get support, he'd be out of there so fast.
Yeah, but here's the weird part. If it's a game he likes, like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, he'll keep playing it no matter what. But if it's a game he doesn't like, he'll drop it as soon as he can. I mean, didn't we just hear him talk about how he's dropping basically all fighting games?
Yeah, he's dropping Tekken. Nobody comes by and supports during Tekken, and he doesn't want to take the time to learn how to play it. Even though he thinks he's doing better than he was in Street Fighter.
It just shows he's a very self-centered, selfish person. He doesn't care about what his audience wants him to play.
The irony, though, is he'll ask them all day, like, what they want, and then when they tell him what they want, he will refuse to give it to them until there is absolutely no support, and then he will give it to them.
Yeah, that's where someone like Atlas Bookkeeper kind of said that. Like, that's the most frustrating part for him. It's like, Phil will sit there all day. Oh, guys, what can I do to save my business? And the second someone actually gives him a good suggestion, he's like, oh, I can't do it, guys. It's too expensive, but it's not what I want to do. It's like, then why did you fucking ask to begin with, asshole?
Well, yeah, and the other problem, too, is it's like, these are the only people that, like, this is the only reason you're still doing this, is for the people that give you money to watch you do this, and you refuse to give them what they want.
I don't imagine he's making that much more money than you would working a slightly above minimum wage job, too.
I mean, to be completely honest, like, ever since the Argentinian thing, I don't think so. Like, he's probably making, if I had to guess, just based off of like my daily check-ins, I would say he's probably making under $100 in super chats a month.
I mean, like, look at the engagement on this stream here. 5 likes. He has over 200k subscribers, but 5 likes. You know, like, the poor thing about YouTube right now is that they don't care about views. Views don't mean shit to them. It's about comments and likes.
Dude,
look at what we're seeing.
89 views.
Yeah, with 200K subscribers. This is not good.
No, and if YouTube does that thing where they were talking about getting rid of inactive subscribers, more than likely he's going to drop down to like 20K. Like it's going to drop significantly. Like I would say max we're looking at like maybe 20K subs.
I feel like a lot of those subscribers are legacy people. People who forgot they were subscribed to them to begin with.
Yeah, 100%. They're people that don't even think about it.
Sorry to the...
Oh, you're good, man. If we got a good tangent, I don't mind going off. But yeah, let's I think we'll wrap this up, and then I think we'll probably call stream good. Appreciate you sticking around, though.
No problem.
Do you not get that? I mean, people, I guess not. It's like anyone who's on a stream immediately must be like a full-time streamer and knows exactly how to run the stream and do everything. No, that's not the case. I mean, even to some extent, when I used to do co-op with John Rambo, right? He wasn't really into doing the stream stuff either. It was just us kind of playing the game together. And then every once in a while, you would glance over at the chat or whatever, right? But even then, it was more like us focused on playing the game together. That was the focus, not the stream aspect of the interaction, right?
Well,
but people have this weird misconception.
I need a clarification here.
Mm-hmm.
Did John Rambo do streaming? I was pretty sure his stuff was pre-recorded.
It was. It was all pre-recorded. John Rambo was out long before he went live.
Yeah, so, because I know when he went to Seattle, that's when he started doing more of the live streaming.
Yeah, because it was when he was with Panda Lee that he started live streaming. He was in 20... Or was it with Panda Lee? Maybe when I can't ever remember.
It was with Panda Lee.
Yeah, 2016.
I know...
Or 2017, rather, I think, was when he started live streaming. Because he said it was when Breath of the Wild came out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, this...
March 3rd, 2017.
Damn.
I only remember that because that was the day the Switch came out. I stood in line for it.
Remember how they fucking bricked the first one?
Yeah. What's funny is I remember I went from playing Horizon Zero Dawn that Monday to playing Breath of the Wild that Friday, and it felt like I had jumped the whole generation. I was like, oh my god, like, dude, Aloy's got nothing on this. And then it's funny, because, like, I don't really go back and play Breath of the Wild very often, but I'm like, actively replaying Horizon, so it's funny how that stuff works.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who streams is a full-time professional and should absolutely be running it in this crazy way. No. It's time for a reality smack, okay? Not everyone is a ginormous fucking streamer who does this all day, every day, and knows exactly what they're doing to the point where they can run it ultra-professionally to your level of satisfaction.
You're a
the
professional.
fact that Cat even stepped foot on stream after 5 years being away from it is nice, right? So why do we have to go from 0 to 100? Why can't there be a short...
But that's not 0 to 100. Just asking if your wife can have a little more interaction. That's not asking for a lot. And he even said,
more than... Yeah. Huh? What?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, that's not interaction.
Actually, talk more!
Yeah, he's always talking about this cool, chill, meaningful, fun time, but he's not interacting.
Or adaptive process of getting her comfortable to be on streams, and then when she's comfortable, then we can have these levels of improvement. Don't you understand that when you say shit like this, you make it that she doesn't want to be on stream?
Why?
And don't bring her on.
If she has a problem with interacting with the stream, then she shouldn't be on.
Exactly. It's like, dude, at this fucking point, it sounds like she doesn't want to do it, but you coerced her into doing it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, come on, honey. It'll be real fun. And, it might help bring in a little bit extra money. Come on, Cat. Please.
Well, I bet you... I truly believe the only reason that she even showed up on stream, outside of the Mike Klum thing, was because I think she lost her job.
That's a strong possibility at this point, because how often is she doing this stuff is the better question.
She's done it 3 or 4 times, and then the other day somebody heard the shower running, or somebody heard a noise in the background before he adjusted his audio, and then he said it was the shower running. So unless it was Tyrone,
isn't working.
Yeah, unless it was Tyrone.
I'm serious. Because the whole idea was, she'll just be here, it'll be casual, it's not ultra serious, she knows more about the game, so she can play the game, and I'll do commentary, and we'll add our ideas of what we want to do with the island together. I'll run the stream so we can talk to the audience and stuff like that. It's casual. It's not supposed to be ultra serious. But immediately you start holding those co-op streams to such a high standard. I don't understand why it's not super perfect, like this and this and this. Why is she not looking at the stream? Why is she not talking? Why is the audio not perfect? Why is that? Well, now no one wants to do it. You understand? When you immediately become so demanding of something that's just an experiment, something nice to throw out there and try.
Demanding by having
cares about
standards.
So the second time that we did Dondoko Island, and the game definitely was getting boring. And we knew that, right?
They knew that, right?
If she has played... Okay, so if she has played this game, does she not know when the game's going to start to get boring for a stream? God, my nose is flaring up.
Well, you know, I wonder if he blames her for it, you know?
You know, it kind of sounds like in a way he is kind of low-key blaming her.
Yeah, because it's like, well, we knew the game was getting boring. It's like, well, Kat played it, and you said she wasn't bored, but all of a sudden you two play it together and she's bored? Like, that doesn't make sense.
Or maybe Phil's the boring part. Like, look, honey, I wish you'd be better at this game, but, you know, you keep sitting there doing all this manual chat shit.
When you see just gross negative feedback, then why the fuck would we want to do co-op again?
But it wasn't negative feedback. That's my problem. They were actually pretty respectful about it, and they just had some opportunities to improve.
Negative feedback. No, really, I mean any feedback whatsoever.
Like, saying something like this, you just gave us 1, 2, 3, 4 plus paragraphs. And every paragraph basically says, your co-op's up, your co-op's up, your co-op's up, your co-op's up. Here's
no, that's not what he said.
What would you think it's
not what he said. He said that you need to improve.
Everyone take a step back.
It sucked. It just needs improvement.
And realize something. Everyone's just a human, a normal person. All right? Not everyone is some kind of a fake persona that they can put out there to always be ultra happy, to always be enjoying every moment of everything. The problem is you're used to that. Because you're so used to being spoon-fed fake shit from streamers and content creators, you don't understand that that's not reality. Okay?
Big content creators. What the fuck's that mean?
Yeah. Dude, bigger content creators are way more real than you will ever be.
Exactly. Fuck, hey, someone like Harmon Smith, who I'm convinced at this point, you know, it puts on a disguise. I think he's more legit than Phil is.
100%. 100%. I probably won't go for too much longer. I just want to see. I feel like there was something he yelled out earlier that was funny, so I'll just kind of check through that real quick, and then I think we'll call it good.
Entertaining for you to watch as well, but it's not going to be, you know, basically turning it into something so ultra professional and so overproduced and so ridiculous that it's fake. Literally, what you just said is you want us to always be playing games where we're both doing co-op gameplay together, right? But also, you want Kat to be ultra professional, be looking at the chat herself and reading questions and answering every question herself, even though she hasn't literally done a day of streaming in how many years and doesn't do that professionally and doesn't even know how to do it. She has problems even like you know, catching up with the chat and stuff. That's why she has me do it, because I'm here every day doing it. It's like, where are you coming from with this? Right?
That sounds like a skill issue.
Rather than anything else, right? And I'll see if she's interested in that. But if we fucking do the stream and all people do is complain about she's not looking at the camera enough and this, that, then fuck it. We're not going to do it. It's stupid. You are being stupid when you're over asking for things that don't make fucking sense. You know? Just be real and be understanding that it's nice to have someone new and refreshing on the stream. Stop being ultra demanding the moment they put a toe on camera because you think that everything should be overproduced and over happy. That's not life.
Okay, I want to say something here real quick.
Out there.
Yep. I'm good with this being the final. Final nail
so
on the DSP
here's the thing, Phil. We want more refreshing people on your streams. Yes, 100%. But they also need to contribute something to it instead of just existing. Like, that's the big problem with Kat. It's like she doesn't really contribute anything. She's not entertaining. She's kind of boring.
Extremely boring.
Exactly. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm going to say this right now, and this might sound a little pervy sage here, but I don't think she's bad looking. I think she's nice to look at, but at the same time, look at her competition.
I mean, yeah, like, you know it's bad when Jenna is more appealing.
Yeah.
Like, that's not good.
Dude, like,
we're talking about somebody that took a bath in Kool-Aid, dude. Like, that's not a good that's not a good competition.
Oh, that sounds gross.
Yeah, that's a great song, though. Want to hear it real quick?
Sure.
Big
Kool-Aid
ups,
girl.
Big ups, Beer Cat.
$11.95. You can't afford $11.95. What's your problem?
Oh my god.
Kool-Aid girl, my only love.
low-key slaps, dude. I love this song.
Kool-Aid girl, my only love. Juice on your lip, and it's dripping on your hips. Put my girl in jail for so long. She did nothing wrong. I want you free, and I'm begging to the skies above. Kool-Aid girl, my only, yeah, Kool-Aid girl, my only love.
Hell yeah.
Fucked up shit do you listen to, Rice?
Dude, it's the Snortwave Records.
Snortwave Records.
Yeah. Shout out to Hey, bro. All right. Well, thank you everybody for coming by. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go ahead and jump off stream now. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed and had a great time. Or if you didn't, that's fine too. I appreciate it though greatly. Thank you very much to Zombie for the support. And yeah, thanks for TBG for coming on. And for the other guests as well.
Yeah.
Oh, it says you're still sure. Hell yeah. I'll talk to you later, man.